Alright, so today I'm going to tear apart that transmission that came out of that there pile of crap turbo car I bought and see what that LSD looks like, and if I'm not just high on glue or something and think it's in there and it's not actually in there. So you guys can watch me tear that apart. It's actually really easy. I already did one and took about 20 minutes, and I'd never done one before, so this should go pretty quick. And then we'll do a look between the two diffs if they're different. If not, then I will end the video in disappointment. Alright guys, so we got the transmission all tore apart, and moment of truth, was there an LSD in this transmission? And the short answer is yes, and the long answer is no. And I'll explain that in a second. So, this is the diff out of a regular factory transmission. Open center, you know, spins nice and easy, whatever. This is the differential that came out of that transmission. Now, it looks stock, except it's got some kind of DIY LSD thing going on inside of it that I don't 100% understand, because I'm not the brightest human on the planet. But so that's why it acted like an LSD, and this is not what I was expecting to see. I was expecting to see insert picture of the M factory LSD. That's what I was expecting to see, and this is right along line with how the car was built. This makes absolute sense. Cheap, do it yourself, and it works. Alright, so I pulled this unit out of the diff and went online to do some research to find out what it was. And it turns out it is a limited slip conversion kit, and it is made by a company called Phantom Grip. And I'm going to link them in the description, so if you guys want to check them out, you can. Now let's install this back into my diff. Now before we reassemble this, we're going to address the diff pin issue. And I'm going to tap both sides of where the roll pin is and shave the roll pin down. Alright, so we got our holes tapped, and you don't even have to drill them out. They are already pretty much the perfect size for an M5 thread. So we can put our diff pin back in, put our roll pin back in, and we can get our set screws installed, and then this diff is ready to go back into the transmission. Alright, so we got our cases cleaned, and we are ready to reassemble. Now, after much thinking and deliberating and figuring out what I wanted to do with this diff, I've decided that I'm going to actually buy the M Factory LSD for the turbo car build. But this one, I figure, why not put it in the wagon and see what this little guy can do. So, we're going to build up a new transmission for the wagon here, and I already went ahead and I found one of my transmissions that is a First Design MP3, because I'm going to keep the gear set, the same gear set as is in there currently. So this is the gear set, everything's all cleaned, it's all ready to go back together. So let's build a transmission for the wagon.
Alright, so there we go, guys. One rebuilt, ready to install transmission, and it's ready to go into the wagon. So that's pretty much the end of this video. It'll be a nice short video because, like, let's be honest, there really isn't much to these little transmissions. I can tear one down and put it back together in about an hour. So, you know, this will be a short little video, but it'll let you see what's inside the case and everything there. So, right on. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.